Hello all, I am Naveenkumar Nagipogu, working as Research Assistant at Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru, in the Department of Center for Product Design and Manufacturing, CPDM, also at Desapex Engineering Consultants, also working as a team member at Construction Leaders. I have done my BTech Civil Engineering from IIIT RGUKT RK Valley, Kadapa, Andhra Pradesh. Today we will talk about the AECO industry and building information modeling. These are the following contents we are going to cover today, starting from the what is AEC industry and industry sectors, construction phases, project delivery methods, project team, their roles, responsibilities, and what is building information modeling. Is it a evolution or revolution? Its little history and maturity levels, dimensions, standard guidelines, process, workflow, and BIM softwares, BIM benefits, and the implementation status in India, and what are the available opportunities in the market. And we will look into the question and answer session in the form of comments. Yes, the industry is calling us. Shall we go? We should go. Yes, AECO industry, the architecture, engineering, construction, and operation industry. Of course, we can add operations and maintenance also. The industry which deals, which talks, and which serves related to architecture, engineering, construction, and operation maintenance. It is AECO industry, and if you see, it is a very active industry in the international arena. And mean this time, since the last 2 decades, the adoption of information and communication technologies are very rapidly growing. We started adopting digital technologies into the AECO industry. Let's see how it will change, it will develop, it will innovate something in the AECO industry for the better construction processes, methodologies, and better project management. If you look into the Indian construction industry, we have two parts like in the broad manner, real estate as well as urban development segment. In the case of real estate, we can consider residential, office, retail, hotels, and leisure parks, and many will come into the real estate segment. In the case of urban development segment, broadly we can consist of subsegments such as water supply, sanitation, urban transport, schools, and healthcare, etc. See, often these big urban development projects taken care by the foreign direct investment also, because as these are very big, the government alone or any project alone can't invest on this. So they will take the help of foreign direct investment, and they can develop, they can invest. If you look into it, the share in GDP, India's GDP from the construction industry is 9%. Oh my god, it is huge, right? The 9% share in the India's GDP from alone the construction industry, and it employed up to more than 51 million people. Oh my god, the number is very big. And people say after the agriculture industry, the construction industry, one of the biggest industries in India, we should respect it, and we are inside of it. We should feel proud of it because we are also adding. When it comes to the industry sectors, we have a residential sector, non-residential, that is commercial sector, and mixed use sector, infrastructure sector, and industrial sector. When coming to the residential sector, in a simple terms, we can say the residential sector is nothing but this is the place where we live, our home, either it is a single family, multi-family, apartment, or a condo. All these type of things will come under the residential sector. Generally, the people where we live. Commercial sector. It is obviously non-residential one. People gather there, but they won't live there. We can consider offices, retail spaces, schools, hospitals, and temples also, restaurants also. I hope you got the point right. Generally, people go there and will have many different things, say business meeting, seminar, a conference, panel discussion, like these kind of things. But they don't leave there. They will come back again to their homes. And mixed use sector. It is combination of both the residential and the commercial. How means, say, you might have heard 3-star, 5-star hotels, right? Say a building is there G plus 9 up to G plus 4, the space is allocated to all the business meetings, seminars, conferences, panel discussions like this for commercial purposes. And when you go to top from G plus 5 to G plus 9, then it will be occupied by the people who stays there, who lives there, who sleeps there. I hope you got this. And at some other locations people use it as a ground floor or first floor as a restaurant, and above that people will be living there. Infrastructure, it is very important sector, as we all know. Inside the construction industry, I can say it is one of the biggest sector, because it is vital to the human survival, and it includes the essential facilities and systems: roads, bridges, sewer lines, water treatment plants, electrical lines, airport, railway stations, and various structures and facilities. Imagine, can you move from one place to another place without this infrastructure? You can't, right? We can't, right? Yes, this is essential one to the human survival. And special note is that this kind of project often built through public-private partnerships, that is PPP model. In engineering, we had a subject construction planning and management, and construction scheduling and planning also. In that subject, we studied well about this PPP kind of projects. And industrial sector. One more most important sector it deals with the goods and energy. You might have seen about the railway wagons and all, and about the many different places where the goods producers and energy produced. It right from the aeronautical, aerospace, electrical, oil, refineries, and many things, which covers a large scale goods and energy services. We can consider oil refineries, manufacturing facilities, factories, data centers, and the power plants in the industrial sector. Coming to the construction phases, broadly we have a pre-construction, construction, post-construction. We will look into each and everything here. Pre-construction. See, whatever we generally see in front of our eyes, whatever happening on site, that generally comes under construction phase. And whatever happened behind the scene, before that, everything comes under pre-construction. It means before a project breaks the ground, you are going to break the ground, right? Let's say for the leveling works, for the foundation work. Yeah, what happened until that point? That all comes under the pre-construction. And this is very important phase where you will find answers for your questions related to what I have to build, when I have to build, why we are building it, how to build it, and by whom it is getting built, and all. And also, we are going to decide the project delivery method also. Of course, I will talk about the project delivery method also in detail in the coming slides. And an idea, a need. In general, we talked about it, right? Everything should start from the idea. Everything started from the idea. And what will be built? Why does it need to be built? How will it be built in order to meet the need, and how much it will cost? Who is the firm best fit to design and build this project? All of these questions answered in the pre-construction phase. It is very important one. And in this phase, all these following activities will be carrying out: planning, designing, contractor selection, scheduling plus budgeting. And coming to project delivery methods, if you see some other textbooks, you may find 3. If you see some other, you may find 4. But I consider in our India, maximum people follow these two: design build or design bid build. I will give a simple example to understand the design build and design build. Let's say uh, we need one facility. We want to get construct a building. If we are reaching one person and telling them, you plan and design my building, you also just construct it. That is called as a design build project delivery methods. I mean, here we are contacting the one person and we are handovering all the responsibilities, means planning, designing and executing to only one person or one firm or one contractor. That is design build. If we are contacting one person and we are getting the plan and design only, and if we go for action or a bid in between that, and if we choose any other person to execute our plan and design, then it will be like a design bid build. I hope you are getting my point, right? Yeah, third person will be involving in the design bid build. And this is a pictorial representation. I hope we know the pictures speaks thousand words, more than thousand. That's why I kept here. See, in the case of design build, the owner is directly contacting one person or one firm, that is design and the builder as well. And in terms of design build, the one is contacting a two person. One is a designer and one is a builder. And construction, it is very important thing, right? This is the phase where everything planning, designing, scheduling, everything will come into the picture and will be executing in front of our eyes. And fortunately we are all witnessing this because it happens in front of our eyes. See, this phase begins after the preconception, and physical process of building happens starts from this with the activities, and maximum activities come under this phase only. It means the marking of the foundation, columns, everything, excavation, concreting, big masonry, roof laying, flooring, finishing, each and everything, and installing all the services, everything in the construction phase. We are witnessing this, and most of the times we see construction phase only. When it comes to post construction, it is also very important one. It is not just like that, means we planned, we designed and we construct the building, our job is done. No, it's not at all like that. It's more about operations and maintenance. We built one facility, the tenant or people are going to occupy that. They should live their life happily inside the building, right? They should get proper amount of heating, ventilation, air conditioning and all. And we are also playing very important in bringing everything into the building. And what if something got damaged inside the building and it needs repair? It comes under the operations and maintenance. Yes, and often in this period the project is inspected and closed out, and contractor is tasked with effectively turning the project back or to the owner through documentation like as-built drawings and operations and maintenance manuals. What is as-built drawings and operation and maintenance manual? See, it is not like once you give the design, people will construct same as it is like that. No, during the construction phase, many things will getting changed, and each and everything has to be reported and should be recorded. The first design intent drawings are different, design development drawings are different, good for construction drawings are different, the fabrication drawings are different. Changes will be happening all over the construction phase. Everything need to be recorded, and again after the construction of the facility, we should work on the drawings again. We should upgrade the all drawings and we should submit the operations maintenance manuals also along with the drawings to the owners. Yeah, this is the representation again. The roles, pages, design, bid, build. If you see, we have a planning and design, bidding, contracts, procurement, build, closeout, warranty, operation, maintenance, and above pre-construction, construction, post-construction pages. I can understand that the people, owner, architect, general contractor, subcontractors, or vendors, up to which phase they will be working there, and their responsibilities and their activities which need to be carried. We will look into the team, the construction project team, I can say. If you go to the top view of the any management or any construction project, you definitely see a owner, general contractor, design team, and specialty contractors or vendors. You know, right, who is the owner, who is the general contractor, and the rest of the people. We will talk about each and every person, no issues. The owner. We should respect owner because owner is the visionary and he is coming with an initial idea and he is coming to give business to you, to give work to you. Without the owner we can't get any work. It means we can't get any business, then we will not get any money, then we can't survive, right? That's why the owner is important. And professionally, he funds everything, and we call him as a developer or the client in the industry. General contractor, you can say it is as a one person or a one big firm. Of course it can be a small firm or a medium firm also, like main responsible after the owner. He is more concerned about the project and how the project is going and how the employees are working. Is everything going as per plan accordingly or not? Everything. He takes the responsibilities from the owner. He will have a big team. We will look into the team also and design team. And see, design that is in alignment with the owner's vision. The goal of the design team, it is, yes. The designers are playing very important role in the form of giving a shape or form to the owner's vision, owner's idea. And we will have different design teams starting from architects, engineers and all. We will talk about each and every discipline, each and every design team. Architects. Really, I respect architects very much and all should respect. And they are the people who will be there from starting to ending, I can say, in the any construction project. Generally, as per my knowledge and whatever I have studied is, in general, owner approaches contractor, right? General contractor. And in some of the cases, owner approaches architect or an architectural firm. That much importance is there for the architects. And what they do is, whenever they are designing a project, architects weigh what is the functional of the building or a facility, what is aesthetically pleasing, and also what is in the owner's budget. Also, they will take care and they will plan, they will design, they will suggest accordingly, and also they will think about the sustainability aspects also to add value for the client and future for end users. Engineers, as we all know, we are all the engineers and we know very well whatever our roles and responsibilities. We do plan and design and we will involve in the operations and maintenance also in any construction project. We know there are different disciplines in engineering also. We will look into each and everything. Right, we have architecture engineers, civil engineers, structural engineers, electrical and mechanical engineers. Of course, we may have instrumentation, controlling, life safety, fire protection, and many other engineering disciplines. But I just mentioned here because in our day-to-day life we deal with maximum these type of engineers. It's okay, cool. Architectural engineers. We already talked about the architectural people, right? Yeah, civil engineers. Done. The civil engineers. We know the roles and responsibilities of civil engineer. In civil engineering also there are many specializations and departments, right from the survey to the site engineer, structural engineer, geotechnical engineer, and many specializations are there. If the owner is approaching a firm with the vision, with the idea to get construct a building. If the owner is don't have any data, then we will send the survey team to go and survey the land and get the data related to the facility, right? Yeah, right. From that point to the very highest peak point in the project, we the engineers were involved. Construction of airports, tunnels, bridges, dams, harbors, water treatment facilities, and many more. Yes, electrical engineers. Electrical engineers do planning, designing, and help. Assist in terms of installing related to electrical equipment and things. As you mentioned, installation of electrical equipment like electrical motors, machinery, controls, and the lighting and wiring in buildings. Not only this lighting and wiring, whenever we say the light and the wire, it is sounds like somewhat small thing, right? But if you go to any industrial building or any data center, then the electrical engineers plays very big role. Each and everybody is having their own importance, roles and responsibilities in this industry. It does not only mean that uh, I'm a civil engineer, I know only these kind of things, and I belong to the construction industry and no other. No, it's not like that. Whenever we all the engineers come together and do together, then only something a beneficial product will be coming out. Mechanical, oh my god, I respect my brothers, mechanical engineers. Whenever we were in college, we used to think that the civil engineering is different and the mechanical engineering is different. Only in the first semester, the fluid mechanics and mechanics of solids. The strength of material subject is the same. Okay, that sounds cool, but after getting into this industry, I come to know that it is not meant I am a civil engineer, I do work related to civil only. It is also as important to learn some of the mechanical engineering aspects also and subjects, technical knowledge also. These people help in terms of refrigeration and air conditioning equipment to noise control and acoustic and solar energy systems. And there is one subject, HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning subject is mechanical engineering side. Really, I respect a lot and I love this subject. I come to know about this subject by my seniors. Really, I love this. And for any building, if the tenants or people want to live happily inside the building, everything should bring into the building very properly, right? The air, the pure oxygen, that this, the lighting and all. Really, these people are very important. Contractors and vendors. And these are the firms are the people who support the construction project and who support the general contractor. Say, generally we call a general contractor as a prime contractor and the subcontractor as a specialty contractors. What happened in this is why we are going for the subcontractors means say there's one big project and which is being handled by the general contractor, say one big firm. If the firm feels we can divide the work and we can give to small or any other people or companies to get the work done fast, then we will go for the subcontracts many stakeholders and estimator. Really? See, during my academics, I was done with estimation and costing subject. I was able to prepare the budget proposal to many of the buildings in my college, AAA Advocate RK Valley. That time I didn't realize the importance of estimation and costing because it got introduced in the third year and we thought it's like a elective subject. But after getting into the industry, I come to know that oh my god, it is a very big one, and we can have a good career in the estimation and costing department also. These people estimate, calculates how much construction project will cost, including labor, materials, and equipment. By collecting quotes from specialty contractors, they can compile a detailed proposal for the owner. Done. So far, we have talked about AECO industry, the roles, responsibilities, the project team, and who will be there, what will be there, what will be happening, and all. Not only the roles and responsibilities, whatever we discussed so far, many and many people are there in the industry in the construction project. We all should respect them. And the main thing is, see, there are many people, right? They have to communicate each other, right? The information should flow at the right time, from the right person to the right person at the right time, within the right time, right? Everything is important. How that is being done in the traditional construction industry? How that is going to happen in the digital construction industry with the help of BIM? We are all going to witness the progress of the construction projects, project management with the help of BIM. To make it happen, we need to know what is BIM first. We will try to learn about BIM now. Let's get started. Boom! The digital construction is calling us. Shall we go? Shall we look into it? Let's dive into the world of building information modeling. Whenever we talk about the BIM, many people shows the 3D models, that this and all. It's like a 3D model, very high feasible, high face to many members. It's not only about the 3D models, it's something more than that. It's not only about the software, it's something more than that. If we look into the definition of the Wikipedia, which is the open source to all of us, the building information modeling is a process. This is the keyword, my dear friends. Please remember, it is a process supported by various tools and technologies. Yes, it is also one of the keyword. Various tools and technologies. A tool can be anything. It can be Autodesk product. It can be Tekla. It can be Trimble. It can be any other Namanchik. It can be Graphisoft product. Any other tool we can. And technology, it can be AR, it can be VR, it can be sight vision, any technology it deals with. And contracts involving the generation and management of digital representation of physical and functional characteristics of places. Remember it, my dear friends. It's about the digital representation. It's not like we are showing something physically existing thing, but before something is being built physically, we will show everything in the digital representation manner. These BIM files are computer files, my dear friends. That is a digital file, that is a computer file. You can view, you can see it digitally only. And often, but not always, in proprietary formats and containing proprietary data. Proprietary format is nothing but about the ownership. Say when we take the Autodesk products, we will have a separate formats, ownership related to the Autodesk products, same like Bentley products, Graphisoft products. And this software can be used by individuals for their business, government agencies, who can plan, design, construct, operate, and maintain. Do you have any doubt that where we can use the BIM, either it is in the planning or in the designing or in the construction? Remove the doubt. Here is the answer. We can make use of the building information modeling in each and every stage of the construction life cycle of the project, I can say. During the life cycle of the project, we can use. And it can be for infrastructures, water, refuse, electricity, gas, communication utilities, roads, railways, bridges, ports and tunnels, and many more. For many more, we can use. And see, my dear friends, there is no particular, perfect, specific definition related to building information modeling. There are so many guidelines in the market. There are so many organizations in the market. They all given many different definitions related to BIM. We can see here we have one definition from ISO 16757, from PA PAS 1192. PAS 1192 is something important. I want you to remember it because the new guidelines are being developing by the PAS 1192 only. After that, we have BS National Building Specification, BS ISO, and General Services, Administration. Many people given many definitions. It's okay. And I am sorry about the headline here. Contractors and vendors. By mistake, I got it here. where we can use the BIM. As I mentioned earlier, we can use the BIM at each and every construction stage or phase. I can say during the life cycle, right from the say conceptual design analysis, documentation, fabrication, construction 4D, 5D, construction logistics, operations, maintenance, demolition phase, renovation, and programming. We can use. Who can use the BIM? As I mentioned earlier, everybody can use if and only if they are dealing with the projects related to the AECO industry and related to other sectors also we can use. That is a different story. I guess in future we also will talk about that also. I mean in the healthcare how the BIM is being utilized like that. If you see here we have a building owners and facility managers, consultants and planners, architects, system integrators. Anybody can use the BIM. And the thing is, the BIM is a revolution or an evolution. Obviously, there is nothing which is built overnight, right? Everything takes time. It also took some time. So it is an evolution. See, the first BIM term or an acronym coined in 1970, but it only became an agreed term in the early 2000s. Development of standards and adoption of BIM has progressed at different speeds in different countries, and United Kingdom standards developed guidelines related to the BIM from 2007 onwards, and they released an international standard for organization. The guideline ISO 19650 launched in January 2019. It is one of the famous one and accepted in the international market. History. As I mentioned, the first BIM term coined in 1970. After that, 1982, the first version of CAD released. The Graphisoft founded. Graphisoft is a software design company. And 1983, the first version of AutoCAD released for Windows, and then after Bentley founded and ArchiCAD released. The Revit founded the first version of IFSC released. Remember the IFSC industry foundation classes. It is also very very important, and I guess in the future we will talk about the IFSC also. And in 1999, the Revit first released. Boom. After that, we know right, the Revit bought by Autodesk and the rest of the things. We are witnessing the progress of the Revit in the world of building information modeling, as it's a popular software. And we will go for BIM maturity and also about the levels. We have from level 0 to level 3. We can call level 3 as a open BIM also. When it comes to BIM level 0, we were dealing with the 2D CAD drafting in that era, and there was no collaboration. It is also called as unmanaged CAD. What is meant by no collaboration? The collaboration is nothing but say we are working in one project in one file. What if we want to make other people get involved? It's not easy, right? Yeah. In the olden days, people were not able to work collaboratively in the same file by the many people. That call as a no collaboration at this moment. And coming to the BIM level 1, it is a mixture of 3D concept work and 2D for drafting of statutory approval documentation. And in this BIM level 1, the common data environment got introduced. The common data environment is again a big chapter, I can say. We will talk about in detail in the future for sure. And coming to the BIM level 2, and this is the era where we are doing now, working now. All parties use their own 3D CAD models, not necessarily working on a single shared project, but it is happening now. Collaboration is used in a one project in a single file. Now we are able to work many members. without having much disturbance. It is called as a collaboration and federated model. See, there are architecture engineers, structural engineers, MEPF engineers. Everybody will be doing their work individually, and whenever we are going to merge all the work together in one single file, we call it as a federated file. That is a federated BIM model. All the 3D models will be merged here, and after that it will go under the quality control department, and they will check each and everything like that. And the BIM level 3, it is the future. What happens in this level 3 is full collaboration between all disciplines by means of using a single shared project model which is held in a centralized repository. You can see the pictorial representation here from level 0 to level 3, starting from the CAD to data. Yes, coming to the BIM dimensions, we have a dimension starting from the 3D to 7D, and if you talk in detail, we have 8D, 9D, 10D also related to safety, lean construction, and industrial construction. But as of now, we have agreed definitions and all related to 3D and 7D, 3D model. It is a very general thing, 3D model, XYZ, we are all witnessing now in the present industry. It represents a 3D, three-dimensional model, and it will have the information. Remember, the 3D model is playing a very important role in building information modeling, because we are going to insert each and every information in the model itself. That's why it is uh, playing very important role, and the information is the eye, is the heart of the building information model for any project. 4D BIM. Uh, we now having the idea of 3D model, right, and the information attached to the 3D model, right. If we attach the information related to the time element, the schedule, and the sequence to the 3D model, then we will call it as a 4D BIM. That is fourth dimension of the BIM. It is not four dimensions of the BIM. It is the fourth dimension of the BIM. There is a huge difference between the four dimensions and the fourth dimension. And we can foresee the risk of construction activities by linking the construction schedule with the 3D model. 5D BIM. Whenever we add information related to the cost to the 3D model, then we can call it as a 5D BIM model. We can extract, we can take the quantity takeoff, and we can estimate the project based upon the 3D model very easily by using 5D BIM. Of course, there are many factors in real life. See, it's not only a perfect 100% guarantee that whatever the cost included in the model, that much only we are going to have in our pockets. No, it's not like that. What about the transportation cost, and what about the temporary storage, any building constructions and all? Definitely some percentages we have to consider for the additional costs. 6D BIM. It talks about the sustainability. In the case of building information modeling, the sixth dimension is about the sustainability, and it will come in the picture of life cycle assessment also. See, we will be working on the project by having clear idea about the sustainability, and we will able to assess the impacts of structure on the environment and the vice versa. The impact of the structure on the environment and the impact of the environment on the structure. We will look into energy aspects also, how much energy is being consumed by the building and all. And coming to the 7D BIM, it is also very important one, and most of the people are aware about it, that is operations maintenance. If we add the information related to the assets about each and every element present in the building, present in the model. Then we will call it as the seventh dimension, the 7D BIM. The dimension is used to track important asset data such as its status, maintenance, operation manuals, warranty information, technical specifications, and etc. And it will be used in the post-construction phase, I mean the future stage, playing very important role. And this is a kind of a dashboard related to facility management, that is 7D BIM. What if in the building if something got damaged and it needs repair? To whom we have to contact? Obviously, these type of questions will rise, right? Yeah, for that we have 7D BIM here. If you get any problem or if anything got damaged, it will be automatically notified to the concerned person. This is called smart maintenance and management. We can see here on Sunday what happened, the CPU failed. This notification will be sent to the concerned person, and on Monday everything is fine. On Tuesday asset broken and there is issue related to fire safety. Everything will be sent notified to the concerned person. They will be coming automatically and they will be repairing each and everything. And this is the representation from 3D to 7D. Whatever we discussed so far, we can see here the 3D existing conditions, model scanning and all. 4D is about the scheduling. 5D is about the quantity, takeoff and the costing, estimating. 6D is about the sustainability, energy. 7D is about the facility management and applications. And I have one video to show you, and it talks more about the information in the building information modeling. This is by the National BIM Library people. See, what is happening here is they are showing the model in the BIM and also they will be showing in the practical world, and they will be touching each and every element in the inside the building, and they will be showing information like this. Say this is one type of a chiller or AHU which is having these many details. Say this is a hotel, we can see, and we have a model here. Say we clicked on the table there, we have information here, the level and all. As we can see here, they are about to click on the elements of the model. Now they clicked on the wall and the information related to wall will be showing here. And the building information modeling, remember we are inserting the information into the model. Information is the eye, information is the key. Here, yeah, one door, yes, equal double leaf door is there, and we can see the information related to that door also. And the best thing and the beauty of the some 3D modeling software is, if you want to include any parameter which is customized, we can do that in some 3D modeling softwares, and those are called as a BIM softwares, intelligent softwares, not only just 3D modeling softwares. Here we can see the information related to a chair, about a structure here. Many things. Yes. You focus on the information. That is what we needed in terms of building information modeling. Kitchen light. Wherever you change at one location, then the change will be reflected in everywhere in entire the 3D model and in the floor plans also. Generally what happens in the AutoCAD drawings is, say we created the floor plan and we taken one section out and we detailed the section. If you change something in the floor plan, then it will not reflect in the AutoCAD section view. But in the case of 3D modeling software, for example in the Revit, it will be reflected for sure. That is the beauty. This is called intelligent 3D model. See, related to each and every element, we can find the information here. Yeah, it can support Kobe also. Well, we will look into the standards and guidelines related to BIM here. These are some guidelines which are accepted worldwide, and the countries developed these guidelines individually. First of all, from United States and then United Kingdom, Singapore, Finland, Australia. In all these countries, they made BIM as a mandatory thing. So they developed their own BIM standards. And we are missing the India here because in India it is not mandatory. And yeah, I mentioned the ISO 19650, right? We have a part 1 and 2 here. Generally, we have part 5 also, part 3, 4 also. But up to now, the industry is being used these two only because it is about the digitization of the information about the buildings and civil engineering works. And part 2 will deal with the asset delivery phase. We will look into that. Yeah, when it comes to the ISO 19650 Part 1, it deals with the concepts and principles. It's like a terminology. What is the terminology present in the BIM world, BIM guidelines like AR, asset information requirements, BIM building information modeling, CDE, common data environment. As I mentioned, the CDE is a digital space, digital central repository space for storing all the information, all the data. It is very, very important in any BIM project or any BIM company and all. EAR we have, OIR, PAR, many things we have. And when it comes to the terminology, the important things are appointing party, lead appointed party, project team, delivery team, task team. There is a difference between all these things. What is lead appointed party, which is appointed party, which is project team. Everything will be there clearly if we go through the BIM standard guidelines. And in the case of part 2, it is a delivery phase of assets. We will get to know how to start the BIM project and how to close the BIM project. Involves these following steps. First, starting from the assessment and need, invitation to tender, tender response, appointment, mobilization, collaborative information production, information model, delivery, and project closeout. I have seen many people posting over LinkedIn that they have taken training from some other institute related to ISO practitioner, ISO 19650 practitioner course, that this and all. Really, it is not needed. When it comes to me, I have already worked on practical projects. So I can tell that if you work on any practical project related to BIM, then you will be able to understand all these things. There is no need to go for any commercial training, reaching out to the big organizations and all. Of course, there are limited organizations which deliver the courses related to this BIM standards and guidelines. What I feel is, if you are working already in the BIM field, then you don't have to go for coaching at all. And what you will get by building information modeling? There should be some purpose, right? We should get the benefits, right? Otherwise, why we will go for it? Yeah, these are some of the benefits. Some of the benefits, not all at all. There are many, but I listed out these some because easy to understand. We will go through each and everything. Visualize projects in pre-conception. As we all know, it deals with the 3D model. Before construction, before constructing anything physically over the ground, we can develop that in digital environment. We can see it in a virtual way. Then we will come to know, right, how it will be after executing the planning, designing, and all in the construction site. We will come to know what will be the challenges we will be facing while executing the construction project and everything. In the pre-construction stage itself, you will come to know because you will be having all the documents, right? You will be having the good for construction documents, drawings, shop drawings, each and everything. I hope you got my point. Before executing the work itself, you will come to know if we execute the work, then what will be the challenges to us. Instead of solving the challenges on site, if we solve before the on site itself, then it is great, right? And better coordination and clash detection. The clash detection is playing very important role. And as far as I know, in India, many of the BIM companies are relying on the clash detection only. Because see, generally people will develop the model in any 3D modeling software, then they will, of course, we can perform the clash detection test in Revit also. I mean, in 3D modeling software also, but it's not specifically to that. When it comes to some other software like a Revit, from Revit to Navisworks, Navisworks is for mainly for clash detection and coordination. Of course, we have a feature of 4D simulation also, and related to cost also we can add some information. That's another story. When it comes to better coordination, see, for example, here in the first picture, if you see here, you are able to see the pipe is getting clash with the, say, that is a duct only, right? Yes. Yeah, it is getting clash with the duct, so that should not happen. We have to resolve that clash before on-site construction itself. Similarly, in the second picture, in the third picture, we can, by this better coordination clash detection, we can avoid last minute changes and unforeseen issues. Improved scheduling and sequencing. As I mentioned earlier, we have a 4D, the fourth dimension. We can add the time element. With the help of this, we will come to know what is the progress happening day by day over the construction site. Is this going as per planned or not? If it is not going as per planned, why it is not going? If it is going well, then it's okay. Like these kind of things we will come to know by this 4D BIM, improved scheduling and sequencing, model based cost estimate. Generally, we all people know, right, how in a traditional way, in a conventional way, how we are doing the estimation and costing of the building or projects. With the help of this 5D BIM, we will have a 3D model, and we are going to uh, extract the quantities and all. If we add the cost to 3D model, obviously we will be going to extract the project cost also. Easy, right? Yeah, in the planning stage itself, it allows for more effective construction cost estimation. Yes, and coming to improved on-site collaboration and communication. I already mentioned we have a common data environment, right? A digital space where we will be storing all the information related to the project. Say there is a requirement to the site engineer that he has to access latest drawings. How he can access? Say some other place there is a one more engineer. He has to access some other drawings. See, to all these questions, to all these people, there will be one central data repository. They can access and they can take the data whatever they want. And it is not easy because security will be there. Say in a project team, there is a project manager, architect, structural engineer, and firefighting engineer. See, top down management or a bottom to top management we have, right? An architect is not allowed to touch the project manager files. Similarly, a structural engineer not allowed to touch any some other project files. Like this, security also will be there. And we know we people provide the information to the right people at the right place within the right time. We will be having the security keys and everything. We will be accessing that. We will be taking the information whatever we want. That's how it improves the on-site collaboration communication. On-site, here the keyword is on-site. It's not only like we people do job in the offices. We go to the site, we perform the activities, right? Whenever we get to know something, say there is one class that this and all, how to resolve that. Before resolving in the on-site, we can resolve that digitally in a 3D model. We can try that also, right? Like this. And transparency and many more. How it is improving the transparency? I mentioned it is a computerized files, right? Digital files. We are doing everything digitally in a softwares. The software won't lie, won't show the wrong results, right? Say for example, small calculator is there. If you type 3 plus 5 in the calculator, it will show 8 only. It will not show 6 or 7. But human beings can tell it is 1,000 also. I hope you are getting my point. Like this, transparency will be increased, and from the very early stage, from the uh, tendering stage also, we can make it as a transparent. There are many and many. I hope you are able to see some things in the slide here. Coming to the BIM implementation status in India, take 20 seconds and tell me, are you able to see the India there? Of course, I too tried, but I am not able to see. As I mentioned earlier, we in our India the BIM is not mandatory, so we are taking it light. But many of the countries mandated and they are implementing very well. When it comes to the Indian market, I heard it somewhere that India is known as a BIM factory for the international market, for the international companies. I think in our India the labor is cheaper, everything is cheaper. We are getting maximum profit from the foreign. We are doing work for them, and they are getting benefited. We are getting paid in the rupees. They are getting benefited by the dollars and all. It is another story. As of now, I am a kid in this industry. I don't want to touch these figures, market and all. See, this is the status of the BIM implementation in our India. We are not able to see here, nothing. But there is something. Yeah, something is happening, but not in a big banner. If you take into the consideration a big construction companies, we have right in our India, we have a very big construction and engineering companies which are serving worldwide also, but they are not at all taking care of the BIM. What we can do? That's another story. I don't want to talk more about it because I'm a kid here, kid in this industry, and there are some barriers to implementation of the BIM in India. Some are technical, some are people, some are related to education and training. Obviously, we mentioned it is supported by various tools and technologies. We should have a people who are expertised, who are skilled in the tools and the technologies, right? So there are some barriers and legal barriers, work practice and process related barriers, commercial barriers, policy field players, technology field players, process field players. Oh my God, there are many. Of course, there are many barriers. Many other countries overcome the barriers, and we are now at this point. We also have to overcome. We will see that. Obviously, I am sure that we will overcome all these barriers because right now, if you see, the BIM market is in booming in the India. I can say that I am able to sense because I am in this industry only. Opportunities. When it comes to opportunities in the BIM market, we have wide range of roles and responsibilities. These are some broad view and range of opportunities. For any project, the BIM manager is will be there, coordinator, specialist, CDE manager. As I mentioned, CDE is very very important. CDE manager also will be there particularly. For BIM projects, BIM lead will be there, project manager, design team leader, modeler 2, modeler 1. If there is a big project, we can have a modeler 3, 4 also. It depends. And VDC manager, virtual design and construction, many and many. I can't take all the names here, but I shown my best. And these are some opportunities available in the present BIM market. Not only these, there are many and many. I can say civil engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. If we take a computer science engineering people also, we have opportunities in the BIM field because they have to develop the software, right? BIM software developer we are watching here. Yes, they too have the space here. And I consider, personally, I feel the civil and the mechanical engineers are having more scope in this BIM field. After that, electrical people. After that, many other people will come. That's normal. Yeah, done. These are the image credits and references I used in entire my presentation. You know, right? Copyrights problems will come if we simply use any other picture or any information. That's why I listed each and everything here. Whatever the image credits and references I used. These are some. Then we came to the end of the presentation, and I hope you people are enjoyed. You people already enjoyed. Yes, you keep on enjoying in the BIM field, and you can contact me at any time. If you have any doubts, you can post it on comments. For sure, I will do reply to that. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your support. It is highly needed. Yes, thank you very much.